Hi, and welcome back to Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Samantha Hayes, educator, parent, and founder of Beyond the Screen Families. And today I'm coming to you from the middle of what might be the most chaotic week we've had all summer. You know those days where it feels like you're putting out fires left and right and somebody's hangry. There's a last minute dentist appointment that you forgot to add to your calendar. And somewhere in there, you're supposed to keep your kids off screens and connected. Yep, that episode is for today. Because what I've learned is that you don't need an entire afternoon to connect with your kids. You just need 10 minutes. So today I'm sharing my favorite 10-minute connection challenges for crazy days. They're fast, easy, and you don't need to buy anything or prep ahead of time. Sounds good, doesn't it? So stick around because I've got a free list of boredom busters you can grab for even more easy ways at the end of this episode. So let's talk about why those tiny moments matter. I think as a parent, we've put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make these big, magical memories. Family trips, elaborate holiday traditions, perfectly planned weekends, the perfect Pinterest activity. But research and honestly, my own experience, and probably yours too, keeps proving that it's the tiny moments our kids remember most. Just try something simple, like ask your kids in the last month what was their favorite thing. I can guarantee it wasn't a big thing you planned for. It's usually just those tiny little moments that they're remembering. It's the unexpected tickle fight before dinner, the silly challenge that you come up with for the car ride, the backyard scavenger hunt while you're waiting for the pasta water to boil, that moment when you sit down and read together. And those days when everything feels rushed and stressed, those tiny moments aren't just nice to have, they're the reset buttons that your kids need. And like, you probably need it too. So, I'm going to provide you with 5 quick connection challenges. They're going to be 5 things that you can do in an instant and kind of reset, have that moment of connection, and then continue about your day. So, let's get practical. Here are the 5 quick connection challenges you can pull out anytime you've got 10 minutes and maybe a little bit of chaos. So the first one is called Find It Fast, and it's a scavenger hunt. Take and challenge your kids to find 3 things in the house or yard that fit a specific category. So, for example, find 3 things that are soft. Find 3 things that make noise. Find 3 things that are round. And you can do as many rounds of this as you would like. Maybe they find those 3 things, they bring them back to you, and then you can continue to do it if you just want to keep playing longer and longer. You can set the timer for 3 minutes. A visual timer works best for younger kids. The older kids have a better sense of time and don't get so freaked out with the time. The younger they are, you might want to say to them, 2 minutes left, 1 minute left, just because that preemptive warning will help you combat any of the, I didn't have enough time, and then, some tears that might go along with it. When the time is up, have them show you what they found. And then you could give them points for it. Set it into this challenge. Give them bonus points for the weirdest item or the item that you were thinking about. And then play another round. So why does this work? It gets them moving. They start thinking creatively. And it breaks up those icky, yucky grumpies, right? Those times when we're all feeling a little stressed. It breaks up the moment and we start and engage in something else. And so that kind of gives us that reset. Number 2 is the mystery high five game. So tell your child that you're thinking of something you saw today, but only give them one clue at a time. Every time they guess wrong, you give them another hint. When they guess it, high five and switch roles. So let me give you an example because that probably seems a little bit vague. It's something we walked past at the store. They guess. They didn't guess something incorrectly. It's yellow. They guess, I don't know, mac and cheese. That's not it either. You can eat it. I just guessed mac and cheese. Mango. Not sure that's yellow, but um, you could give them another hint. It's connected to a bunch. Banana. Yep, you got it. High five, switch roles. So why does this easy little moment work? It turns ordinary moments into a shared fun memory. So you're just taking the moment to reconnect over something that you did together, where you have this shared memory, and you're making it into something really, truly fun. Okay, number three. And this is one of my favorites. It's an obstacle course. I think I use this one a lot because it's easy to do, it's easy to plan, and it's easy to take turns and turn it into something that can be 5 minutes, that can be a half an hour. So, what I would do, because I don't want to take the onus on of this, right? Even with my toddler, okay, you have 2 minutes to make an obstacle course using anything in the backyard. Then they'll make the course. They can use whatever they want. Even my toddler likes to do things like this. And then you take turns running around it. They get to set it up. You put the onus on them and build confidence in them while they're working on setting it up. And then they have to explain to you how to run through it, and you can run through it. If you want, you can then say, okay, my turn, and then you set it up, depending on how much time you have and really what kind of reset you need to do. If you don't have a yard or enough space inside a living room to do this, find a spot. Maybe it's out on the sidewalk. Maybe it's at a local park. Maybe they need to use the various playground equipment, right? So maybe it's we're going to the park. We're going to go do an obstacle course at the park, and then you come back, just depending on how much time you have. But it can be as easy as doing it indoors with pillows, beds, couches, those kinds of things. So why does this work? It gets out the extra energy. You're physically moving. It sparks teamwork if you start setting it up together, or if they're siblings, maybe the kids have been fighting. This is going to help bring them back together. And it takes literally zero prep. Notice I didn't even start out doing this game. Like, it was, you guys go set it up, then I'm going to come and I'll run it through with you. Number 4 is finish the story. This one is one that probably your kids need to be around 4 or 5 to really grasp, because my 3-year-old, his stories get a little silly and they're not really story sequence. So, but you could do it. You could do it with the toddler. You're going to start a story with one sentence. So, for example, I might say, once upon a time, a giant frog landed in our backyard. Then each person adds a sentence until your timer goes off. Maybe you set it for 5 minutes and you're like, we're going to create a story in 5 minutes. You say it, once upon a time, a giant frog landed in our backyard. The next person then says, and he ate all of the flies. And then it continues to go on. And you have this story that you've curated together and created this lasting little moment. Why does it work? It prompts that creativity. It gets your brain out of the normal activities you've been doing. It creates moments of silliness and connection. And there's zero materials and zero prep. For me, that's a win when I'm looking for those little easy moments to we need a reset. The volume's too loud. Mommy might lose it. We need to connect. This one's super easy. No materials. You can do it in a minute. And I'll be honest, sometimes my daughter and I like to just use this as a connection moment when we're going to bed. So we will read most nights, 95% of the nights. when we go to bed. But we also might say, okay, let's start a story, and we'll start one and we'll continue it on for like a whole week, where we take turns back and forth, sentence at a time, cultivating and creating this really usually interesting story that doesn't always have all the story components, but it works for us. Okay, and my last one, number 5, right? Is the gratitude lightning round. So set a timer for 2 minutes and take turns naming as many things as you can that you're grateful for. It could be tiny little things like the popsicles we just got, or the fact that my cat didn't scratch me for once, that I got to sit outside today. And you just take turns ping ponging back and forth between each other, sharing all of those moments that you're grateful for. It's a great way to take a moment and reset from maybe that negative moment you might be in, or to just really connect. It instantly will shift your moods and it builds those family connection moments. Okay. So, a quick pause before I give you my go-to bonus move, because of course I've got one more. If you're loving these and want more easy zero prep ideas, I've got a free 15 boredom busters list you can grab right now at beyondthescreenfamilies.com/board. It's packed with screen-free ideas you can use on those days when the chaos is high and your patience is low. Download it now. It's easy to use and make those moments stress-free. Once again, that's beyondthescreenfamilies.com/board. So my bonus challenge, it's one that saves me almost every single time. Cups, Picasso tiles, Legos, whatever you got, pull them out wherever they're stored. Set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe you have 15 minutes, set a timer for what you have and just let them go for it. Like seriously, you can pull it out and be like, I'm setting a timer for 10 minutes. I want you to build me something. Or give them a challenge and watch them see what they create. Like, you might even want to join the fun. I did that the other day with a marble run. Like the kids were playing with the magnet tiles, or I'm sorry, we have Picasso tiles. The Picasso tiles, the marble run kit, and they were like playing with it. And I was like, hold up, let me join and build. And so we created this. They ended up calling it a gumball machine. It works for toddlers. It works for grade schoolers, and it works for older kids too. It's like a mood reset button for the entire house. If you want the ultimate family pack, we have a building pack. It's free. It has 7 building challenges. I'm so excited about this pack. 7 building challenges. It's got badges. It's got your builder's toolkit. If you want to create a toolkit, it suggests things that you might want to have in it. That's at beyondthescreenfamilies.com/build challenge. You can go get it for free. Just share your email address with us and we'll send it on your way. So let's wrap up. Today we talked about why 10-minute connection moments matter. Short, sweet, and to the point, right? Just like those connection challenges, we don't have to talk about them forever. They are magical moments in the making. And they create the moments that matter. The 5 challenges we talked about were the Find It Fast scavenger hunt, the mystery high five game, backyard obstacle course, story challenge, gratitude lightning round, and then my favorite, of course, is the building challenges. Remember, you don't have to be a perfect parent, because there are none, to create meaningful moments. You just need to be present, and you can do that 10 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time, right? Those 5 minutes matter. Remember also, you can get your 15 boredom buster list at beyondthescreensfamilies.com/board and get your building challenges at beyondthescreensfamily.com/build challenge. You can get both of those today. Put your email in twice, doesn't matter, we'll send you both. Make sure you're subscribed to our podcast so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to follow us on your socials. You can find us everywhere, literally almost everywhere, at Beyond the Screen Families. If you found this helpful, I'd be so grateful if you leave a review or share this with a fellow parent who could use a little extra connection in their week. Thanks for being here, and as always, here's to trading a little screen time for moments that stick so that you are empowered beyond the screen.